Hey everybody, it's Dr. Eric Shoemake. I want to talk to you about allergies today. Everybody's been asking me, somebody literally asked me today, what's up with my allergies? She said, yesterday I started getting watery eyes and my nose was getting stuffed up, and she's like, what the heck am I allergic to? So now that it's quote unquote allergy season, I want to take you through how to really think about allergies and specifically your allergies. The first thing I want to talk about here is stop calling them your allergies because you don't want to claim any disease condition. Don't call it your arthritis, your allergies, your acid reflux, or anything else like that. It's just your body doing something and we need to find the source of the interference. That's not a disease condition. So stop claiming your disease, number one, because allergies aren't a disease. They're just a reaction. So if you read the health tip this week, we talk about how allergies are just an overstimulation of the immune system. And if we can get to the cause of the overstimulation of the immune system, then guess what? I see allergies go away all the time. I used to have terrible allergies as a kid. Every time I went to the doctor, he wanted to do the allergy shots and put me on all these different medications because I always had the circles under my eyes and my post-nasal drip and everything. I don't have any issues with allergies now because I'm working with the 5 essentials. So what I want to take you through today is how to look at allergies or really any other disease condition that you have that's been labeled upon you and how to work through it. So the way I want you to think about allergies is a funnel, and this is any symptom that you actually have. But a funnel is a pretty good analogy here because what I want you to think of is like if I put liquid in the funnel, if I fill it up to the top and I put more liquid in, what's going to happen is it's going to start to spill out, okay? So when I'm filling up the funnel and it starts to spill out, this is the symptom that you get over here, okay? Now that can be high blood pressure, that can be runny eyes, that can be stuffy nose, that could be whatever it is, but let's say these are your allergy symptoms. It happens when things spill over. So what I want to make sure that I have in my body and my family has is I don't want to have a lot of junk in my funnel, because then I can add more liquid, and even if I get the line up to about here, I'm not going to have any spillover. So your body is incredibly resilient. It can handle a lot of interference. You only get the symptom when it starts to spill over, when it's at the end. So what we want to work on is how do we decrease the amount of liquid in the funnel? That's really what I want you to think about. So I always go back to the 5 essentials of maximized living. So maximized mind, having the right mindset. Maximized nervous system, because your brain and your spinal cord control everything. Maximized nutrients, because food is obviously important. Maximized oxygen and lean muscle, which is moving your body. All right, so oxygenating your tissues, exercise. And the last one is minimizing your toxins. So let's think about that for a second. If I have, with maximized mind, if you're not sleeping at least 7 hours a night, if you're stressed out all the time, if you feel like you're always running out of time, that's just a lack of planning your life and structuring things so that you're actually set up to be a success. So we talk a lot about that in our workshops. I've written a lot about that. There's a lot in the book about that, in the Maximized Living book. There's another great book that Dr. Ben Lerner wrote called Body by God that has a whole area on what we call peace management. But if you're stressed out all the time because too many things are going on in your brain, then you're going to have this kind of underlying level of stuff in the funnel, okay? So you're going to have up to here. Now, essential number 2 is if your nervous system isn't working right, if your brain and spinal cord aren't functioning at 100%, C1 and C2, those are the nerves that go to the sinuses and the immune system. So if those are constantly irritated, then guess what? You go out and you get in contact with pollen, and what happens? Well, it's a natural reaction of your body. Your body starts to, you get the watery eyes because it's trying to get the pollen out. You get the stuffy nose because it doesn't want to let the pollen get in anymore. But it's not the pollen that's the problem. If it was the pollen, then everybody would be allergic to it. So it's not the pollen, it's something going wrong inside your body. So if the nervous system is off, if you've lost the curve in the neck, if you have subluxation in your spine, if you're not getting adjusted regularly to maintain your spine, then what happens is you have more stuff in the funnel. Okay? Now, essential number 3. You're eating too much sugar, grains, maybe you're drinking soda. A big one for allergies is milk. The number 1 source of allergens in the body is from diet is cow's milk. Nobody watching this right now is designed to drink cow's milk because I don't think any cows are watching this on YouTube right now. The only animal designed to drink cow's milk is a cow. So if you're drinking cow's milk or your diet isn't right, then you're filling this up even more. You're not exercising or you're not exercising enough, and then toxicity, maybe you're taking a medication which causes interference, or and that's any medication, by the way. Or maybe you've had flu shots in the past. Maybe you're using plastic containers for your food. Any of those things are going to cause eventually this to start to spill out. So the solution is to decrease the amount of stuff that's in the funnel to where you get it down to where you only have this much stuff in the funnel. Or how do I do that? I pay attention to essential number 5. I stop toxifying my body. So I work to get off the medications that I'm on. I change the cosmetics that I use, and all of that, these are steps. That's all in your cruise ship book. So in the cruise ship or nursing home book, it talks about the toxic top 5. So if you have allergies, just go, okay, why am I having the symptom? Well, let's see how I'm doing with essential number 5. Well, maybe I can change a couple of things there. Essential number 4, surge training, working out 12 minutes a day, 3 days a week. That oxygenates your body and makes it less susceptible to this overstimulation of the immune system. Essential number 3, stop using dairy. Use almond milk or coconut milk or rice milk or something like that instead of cow's milk. And when you do that, you decrease the amount of stuff in your funnel. Make sure you're getting adjusted. Make sure you're doing your rehab at home, your exercises. Make sure you're doing your wobble cushion and your sleep aids and your head weights. That stops this interference from happening. And then down here, you might even not even want to change anything with your lifestyle. You might want to still be crazy and out of control, and maybe you haven't gotten that under control yet, but at least you don't have these symptoms spilling out over the top. So the 5 essentials is the way I would look at any disease process. So I don't care what was here, I would look at, am I cooperating with the 5 essentials that my body needs to heal? Because understanding, again, you have an amazing ability to heal and be well. God didn't mess up when he made you. Same power that made those mountains outside of there made you, if we just cooperate with the way your body was designed and give it what it needs. And that's what the 5 essentials are all about. So last thing I'll tell you, don't settle for allergies. Don't settle for being an allergy sufferer. Don't settle for being a migraine sufferer. Don't settle for bad relationships. Don't settle for anything in your life, because you have an incredible capacity to overcome and be well if you just tap into the way God designed your body. So if you need more help with that from us, send an email back to respond to this email, and we'll do 5 essential consultations with you. We're starting to do some 5 essentials classes where we really walk you through these 5 essentials. But pick up your cruise ship book, start going through those essentials, and we'll see you guys soon.